Yeah, hello, good evening, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon as well to everyone. Welcome. Yeah, thanks for taking this time for yourself. I know your time and energy are precious, and the fact that you are here already tell me one thing. Some part of you knows your body is asking for a deeper answer. So tonight is not about fear. Tonight is about clarity. And more importantly, it's about understanding your health before it become a crisis, right? Okay, thank you, thank you. Right, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you, Julia, and everyone as well. Right, thanks. I can see your chat, by the way. Yeah, thanks. Okay, for those that for those of you who do not know me yet, my name is Joe Boy. Yeah, and for many years, my work has focused on Chinese metaphysics, especially in BaZi, Feng Shui, and Qigong, and how this system indirectly influence your health, your vitality, your emotional balance, and of course, the recovery as well. Okay. I work with business owner, professional, practitioners, and family who looks fine on paper, but whose body were quietly breaking down. And what I learned is this: health collapse is rarely a sudden. It is a predictable when you know where to look. I don't diagnose illness, by the way. Okay. I only map up the energy patterns, and when this energy is corrected early, your body has an incredible ability to heal. Right. Okay. So what I share to you tonight is not a theory, it's the same framework I use with my prior clients, of course, and also inside my 2 days wellness game plan program as well. So it's a system designed to prevent burnout, accelerate recovery, and help people age with the strength instead of struggles. Right. Right. Yeah. Again, Merry Christmas. Yeah. And I see some of you are from US. Okay. So bef before we go further, let's warm up a little bit. So type where you are from, where you are joining. Yeah, let me know where you are joining from. Okay. Singapore. Okay. Lebanon. Wow. Singapore, Colombia, Romania, Indonesia, Germany, Switzerland. Someone I missed. Croatia. All right. Oh, Malaysia. Canada, US. From Singapore in Boston. New York. Okay. Thank you. Australia, Kentucky, Manila. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Just to be clear, this webinar is educational. So nothing here replace medical advice. What we are looking at is the missing layer, the energy layer that determines why some treatment works and why don't some others that don't work. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you one questions, and I need your honest answer. All right. So type in the chat if you ever feel tired even after resting. Yeah. Type a yes if you feel you still you have a lot of rest, but then you still feel very tired. Wow, there's so many yes here. Sometimes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, perfect. So you are exactly at the right space. Right place. Okay. Oh, I forgot to share my screen. Okay. Again, so let's begin our topic today by answering one very important questions, one that quietly affect all of us. All right. So what's these questions? Why some people heal faster, age slower, and stay energized? All right. Okay. How many of you have ever actually thought of these questions before? All right. No need to answer. No need to type. Just in your head is fine. Okay. But before we go any deeper, let me do something a little bit different. Okay. So this side is about aging. So let me turn the questions to you. Before I explain why some people heal faster or age slower, I want you to guess something first. Okay. Well, you can type in the chat and let's guess. How old do you think I am? Uh, okay, someone close to, right? I don't see the exact number, but very close. Yeah. Wow, 70? Seriously? Who is the person I would say I'm 70? Okay, seriously? I love you, William. All right. Every year, 28, 25. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Okay. Yeah. Close, close. Some of you are very close. Okay. So I was born in 1978. 1978. So you do the calculation, right? Okay. Now, here why I asked, what are you saying is not genetic? Is not discipline as well, it's actually alignment. When your energy is in sync with your timing, aging slows down. And when it's not, your body pay the price. All right. Well, if you know someone who looks older than their age, how many of you know, how many of you know someone who age faster? Right? Type a yes. Yeah. I believe most of us also will have who have someone who look older faster, right? Yeah, okay. All right. First thing is, how do you see this in your BaZi chart? Yeah, in your BaZi chart. How many of you know? How many already know how to plot a BaZi chart? Okay. How many do not know how to plot a BaZi chart? Right. Anyone who you do not know, do not have your BaZi chart, you do not know how to plot? Okay, Steph has actually sent the link to plot your party chart. Okay, so you can click the link, register, put in your detail. Right, okay. Yeah. So it's okay if you don't understand. After you plot the party chart, then I will explain a little bit. All right, so click the link on the party plotter and you plot your chart. Okay, let's plot the chart now, shall we? Yeah, while you are plotting the chart, just listen to me lah. Right, okay. Okay, so for those of you who already know how to plot a party chart and you have your party chart with you right now, okay, how do you know someone looks younger, someone's look or age faster through the party chart? The easiest way, not right, the easiest way, yeah, you look at the party chart and you look at the four animal sign. Okay, you look at the four animal sign. If you have animal signs that is either dragon, goat, what else? Dragon, goat, dog, and ox. Yeah, either one. Or if you have four animal signs, how many of these do you have? Okay, how many of you these do you have? I repeat, is actually dragon, goat, dog, and ox. Right? It's not good news, by the way. It's not good news, because if you have these four animal sign, that means you usually looks older than your age. Right? Not very good. Okay. Where and in your BaZi chart, in the natal BaZi chart, natal BaZi chart. Right. If you have if you have uh rabbit, horse, rooster, or rat, right? usually you looks younger. Right? Usually you looks younger. Okay. Right. Rabbit, horse, rat, and rooster. Usually it looks younger. Okay. So you can look at your chart. How many you have? You have two rabbit, you look young. Okay. Okay. You have one horse, one rabbit, you look younger usually. Okay. How about the other four? Yeah, the other four. Then the other four is also okay. You also look slightly younger. Right. Which one would I rather have? I would rather have the rabbit, horse, rooster, and rat. Okay. Why? Uh, why? Because it is a peach blossom star. Peach blossom star. So what does it mean? That means you will look a bit more attractive. Right. You look a bit more attractive. Okay. So you have one goat, one dog, one rabbit, but looks younger. You have one goat, one dog, one rabbit, then you looks slightly older. Well, you have rabbit and goat. Okay. Then you also look slightly older, but you're attractive. Okay. Yeah. You look slightly older, but you're attractive. Okay. Yeah. Usually the other four will be like tiger, snake, uh, monkey, and pig. All right. These four, you will also look slightly younger. One goat, one horse, one rat. John Jackie, you looks younger. Okay. One rabbit, two rats, you looks younger. Three tiger, rabbit, rooster, snake, looks younger. Okay. So you actually check it out, right? You can actually ask your friend to verify it. You look at your siblings, look at your family member, looks at your children, looks at your friends, and you can verify it, right? Yeah. I have two younger and two slightly younger, very young. Yeah. Then you look young, right? Okay, half half. Okay, so that's the first thing that you can check on your budget and see whether you usually you age slower or you age faster, all right, from the look. Right. Okay, next, let's continue. I know this part is fun. Okay, I want to talk about the silence health crisis. Yeah. Because why? Because most people wait until it's too late to care about their health, right? Right after we talk about aging energy, this is a very important truth we need to face. Correct? Most people don't ignore their health because they don't care. They ignore it because the warning signs are silenced. And this is what I call the silence health crisis. You are still functioning, you are still working, but you are still taking care of everyone else, but underneath, energy is quietly draining. There's no pain, no diagnosis, no emergency. It's just constant tiredness, emotional numbness, poor sleep, and slow recovery. Right. And because nothing feel urgent, people wait until one day the body force them to stop. Right. Well, type me in the chat if you ever ignore your own tiredness or stress or sleep issue because life is busy. Yeah. Any one of you. Because why? Recently also, I am guilty of this as well. Yeah, life is busy. Okay. End of the year is my peak period. End of the year. Most people would like to do feng shui right before the Chinese New Year, right? So these few months, is my busiest month ever in the whole year. So I am also guilty of lacking sleep. Yeah. Okay. But luckily, I know how to align my energy. So I'm still all right at the moment. Okay, good, good. None of you actually feel tired. That's great. And and please remember this, waiting for symptoms is the most expensive health strategy. Okay. So please don't wait for the symptom, prevent it. That is why it is very important. All right. So why doctor miss this, or what blood tests actually cannot see? Modern medicine is very good at identifying disease, but it's only after it already formed. And blood tests detect damage and not depletion. In Chinese metaphysics, we look at what happened before illness become physical. Every energy weakness, emotional congestion, and timing conflict, all these people can look from the BaZi point of view, right? So what doctor does is doctor treats symptoms, and what we do is we read patterns. Okay. Well, again, how many of you has been told that your test results are normal, but you still feel unwell? Right? How many? I mean, you go to medical checkup year after year. Me too. I go medical checkup every year, right? And then you look at the test result, it looks normal, but you still feel very, very tired most of the day. Wow, so many of you. Yeah. Coach that also. Okay. Yeah. So what's the reason? It's actually all about alignment, aligning your energy, right? Aligning your energy. And this is very, very important. Okay. Okay. Uh, what is a birth chart? Of course, most of you already know. Okay. So your birth chart is also known as your personal energy blueprint. We call it BaZi, right? Okay. So how do we read this invisible layer? Which means what? What does it mean? It means that you know what modern tests cannot see, and what we need to know is the invisible layer. What is the invisible layer? Is BaZi. BaZi means 8 characters and is calculated using your date and time of birth. And it maps out the quality, the strength, the interaction of energy presence the moment you are born. So think of BaZi as your personal energy blueprint, just like an architecture blueprint. Show where stress point is, your weakest structure. Your BaZi chart show that your body gains energy easily and where it depletes faster as well. So this blueprint does not predict disease. It shows tendency. It tells us which organ need more support and how you respond to stress. Okay, how your energy behave across different life stages. Right. So I think you guys, most of you guys know what is BaZi, right? Any one of you do not know what is BaZi? You type a BaZi there if you are this the first time you heard about BaZi. All right, Chris Leung, feel good, very good. Thank you. Me only payday, then feel better. Okay, good. So once you understand your blueprint, the rest become easier because now we can map out how energy expresses itself in your body. Huh? All right. So what do you see actually? Okay. Right. This is what you see. In BaZi, the human body is mapped into 5 elemental system: wood, fire, earth, matter, and water. And each of these govern organ and emotional functions. So when an element is weak and is attacked in your chart, that organ system becomes your lifelong vulnerability. Yeah. So this is why people repeatedly struggle with digestive system, hormones, sleep imbalance, or immunity problem. Right. Okay. So yeah, let me ask you this question. Which issue show up here that is most concerning to you? Which common issue? Okay, was it anger, anxiety, bloating, allergy, or fear? Okay, yeah. Can it be fixed? Of course. Of course, it can be fixed. Okay. Digestive system, anxiety, zero water. Okay, yes. Don't worry, it can be fixed. All right. Yeah, this chart is important. I recommend you guys to print screen to save this chart. All right. Okay, next, let's talk about why two people age differently. Yeah. Because why? Aging is not controlled by age, it is controlled by energy cycle. So some people are entering recovery phases, others are unknowingly entering a depletion cycle. So when you push your body during the depletion cycle, aging accelerate. Yeah. So when you align with the recovery cycle, your body repair itself naturally. All right. So right now, are you in the recovery phase or do you think you are in the depletion phase right now? All right. Let me know. Time in the chat. All right. Out of the blue, I have anxiety and sleep fire. Recovery cycle, depression. Oh, okay. Some of you missed the previous slide. Okay, sure. Come. Give you a time that I drink water. Yeah. Take a shot right now. Don't know which column to see. Okay, never mind. I'll show you. I'll show you. No worry. Okay, done. Right. You open your chart, and this is where you look at it. Yeah. This is where you look. It is on the lowest level on the left side of the lowest level. Okay. So what are you looking at? You look at the yellow color graph. We say nature there. Yeah, yellow color. Okay. So there are elements. By the way, please ignore the wealth, output, influence, or companion first. All right. Okay. Just look at the element: fire, wood, water, metal, earth. That element. All right. Okay. Yeah. And you see the percentage. The percentage. The one that is closest to the center will have a low percentage. The one that is furthest from the center will have the highest percentage. Right. Yeah. So for example, this chart that I randomly created has the weakest is fire element. Right? Weakest is the fire element. All right. Can you guys see? Then you check your chart here. So what will be the problems for this person? Well, it's because it's the fire, then it will be anxiety and sleep problem, right? So that's how you link these two charts together in order to understand, right? So what's the body system problem for this person? Okay, heart problem, blood flow problem. Yeah. Oh, Samantha is asking why is fire? Is it matter that's lowest per meter? Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, now when you look closer, the fire is about 40, the metal is about 20 plus, yeah, less than 30. So yes, okay. So Samantha is right. Yeah. So you look closer at the yellow color. Yellow color, not the red color. Red color is only for 1 year. Okay. So yes. So if it's metal, okay, go back. Metal. So what's problem for this person? Allergy, grief. So which body system will have the problems? The weakest organ in the body will be either the lungs or the skin. So most probably this person suffer a lot from skin allergy. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Too much is a problem as well. Too little is also a problem. Okay. So you can look at two elements. Two elements. So it's either too little or too much. Yes. So what are the elements? For example, this very obvious, the strongest element is the water, right? Water as well. So yeah, you following? Yeah. Okay. So when water, what is the problem? Right? Kidney problem or hormone problem. Yeah. By the way, when it is too much, then it's not fear anymore. It's actually overactive. It's not burn out anymore. It's too much of energy. Okay. Yeah. Again, how much is someone asked how much is much too much, so how much is too low? Well, above 80% will be a bit too much. Yeah. You don't have to worry about the percentage. You just look at what is the strongest and what's the weakest. And usually this will be the common issue for your body. Common issue. All right. Pete Lai, you say your wood is 100% means anger too strong. What do you think, huh, Pete? What do you think? Okay. All right. Let's okay. So we talk about this. Okay. Have I talked about this yet? Yeah, your weakest element is your loudest symptom. Yeah. Okay. So in your bazi, your weakest element, just now I show you, do not stay quiet. It expresses itself through symptom. So over time, it becomes the loudest sickness in your body. Right? So this is why some people repeatedly experience the same health issue. Not because they haven't treated, but because the underlying structure remain weak. So in bazi, what we analyze is we call this five structure. This structure show how energy distribute, yeah, right? Support and attack your chart as well. Okay. So if this structure are weak, that organ is vulnerable to be attacked. Right? What you start to see is actually fatigue, inflammation, hormone imbalance, digestive system, emotionally unstable. And even though your lifestyle looks healthy on the surface, but the signal is pointing directly to your weakest structure. Okay. And once you are able to identify your weakest structure, your healing is not being trial and error anymore. It's targeted and more efficient. Okay. Yeah. So this is the five structure. All right. Emotional patterns equal physical illnesses as well. So unreleased emotion do not disappear. They lodge themselves into your organ, and chronic anger stresses the liver, right? So you check the chart again. Chronic anger stresses your liver. Prolonged worry weaken your digestive system. And fear drain your kidney and hormones. So this is why healing that ignore emotional patterns never lasts. Okay, so you are not just treating your organ, you are treating the store energy as well. Okay, so remember your emotion is also affecting your health. Right. So again, which emotion are you trying to suppress most of the time? Right? Yeah, let me know. Okay, if you have, which emotion are you trying to suppress? So am I saying that you shouldn't suppress your emotion? No, I'm not saying that. Okay. But what I'm saying is your emotion is also causing problems to your organ. Yeah. And if you want to live a healthy life, you have to start controlling your emotion as well. Okay. Yeah. Or anger, anxiety, sadness. Okay. All these emotions are actually attacking your organ. All right. So unreleased emotion attack organs. Yeah. So when these emotions are suppressed, instead of you releasing it, the body carry the burden. And over time, this create inflammation, fatigue, and chronic illness. Many people think they are sick, but in reality, their body is exhausted from holding unresolved emotional energy. So what do? Release all this emotional energy. Okay. Right. I'm not saying that you feel you have anger and then you release all and you go to school and people, right? No, no. Yeah. Learn to find peace with yourself. Learn to control your emotion. Is it controllable? Yes. Okay. Is it controllable? Yes. Yeah. That is a manifestation technique that I actually plan to teach in my wellness program as well. Right. Where you are where you use this technique to control your soul and using your soul to control your emotion as well. Okay. Yeah. So I will actually guide my students in this wellness program for this technique. Right. So stay tuned and I will explain more about this program. Right. Okay. Next is the timing. It's a timing issue. Right. So what is the timing problems? Right. So let me explain something. Uh, symptom rarely appear out of nowhere. What feels sudden right now is usually activation point, not the beginning of the problem. Yeah, it's not the beginning of the problem, it's the activation point. So in Chinese metaphysics, health follow a timing on. Okay. Your BaZi chart move through cycles of 10 years. So you can look at the luck cycle. Every luck cycle move through a 10 years phase, right? So this 10 years phase and together with the yearly shift under the 10 years phase, and sometimes even the monthly trigger, that is when the activation point happened. So when a weak structure meets an unfavorable timing cycle, the body can no longer compensate. Yeah, that's when your systems face fatigue, pain, hormone imbalance, anxiety, sleep disruption. Yeah, I mean some of you you can sleep very well for many years. Then suddenly there's a period of time you are not able to sleep. Right? How many have experienced this? I personally did. Okay. Yeah. So this is why someone can feel fine for years and then they suddenly collapse after one stressful period. The stress didn't create a problem. It activates it. So the mistake most people make is treating the symptom without adjusting the timing. So they push hard during the depletion phase and rest during the recovery phase. So completely backward, right? Yeah. So any one of you feel that you have health issue appear after a very stressful year or major life change? Anyone? Yeah, type of me. Wow, so fast. Skin problem. Heard that everyone have cancer cell. Then if low immune and or stress will trigger it. Yes, your emotion, Irene, the emotion actually will not only trigger it, it will, how to say, make it spread faster. So emotion is very, very important. Yeah. Okay. After lost a lot in the stock, then start to have constipation. So now you understand emotion actually stretches out your organs. And the timing where you can see from the luck cycle, the yearly shift and also the monthly chart, or oh, you can see when is the trigger point. And because you can time the trigger point, it's actually quite easy to act to actually avoid it. Yeah. So when you understand your health timing, you stop asking what's wrong with me anymore. And you start asking, what phase am I in? So if you are in the depletion phase, you rest. When you are in a recovery phase, you push harder. That's what it means. Okay. Yeah. Max Lee is asking, weak element will be triggered. How about very strong elements? Very strong element will be triggered by crashes. Yeah, crashes will trigger the strong element. Weak element will be triggered by the element that further weaken it. Weak element will be triggered by the element that further weaken it. Okay, understand? Right. Again, next, why most people fail to heal? Because most people approach health emotionally. Most people do that. They panic, they react, and then they try everything at once. You eat a lot of supplements, you go on diet, you exercise, and you eat a lot, take a lot of medication. If if you are doing all this without understanding the timing, the compatibility, and the root cause, yeah, without a strategy, healing become very expensive and very exhausting as well. Right. I hope none of you are actually in a panic zone right now. Yeah, you need to try everything. Okay. Yeah. So what it means is if you are treating a symptom without a strategy, you may feel temporary relief. Okay. But the patterns remain. This is why condition returns and often stronger than before. So is the body is not failing you. You are simply fighting at the wrong time, in the wrong way. Okay. So health require a game plan. So is health is not about willpower. It's all about planning. All right. Okay. So when to push, when to rest, when to detox, when to rebuild. Without a game plan, even the best intention leads to burnout. So with a game plan, healing become more efficient and more sustainable. Okay. Right. So type of plan if you are tired of guessing what your body needs. Okay. Yeah. All right, good. Hannah, I say it's not necessary to collapse. If we prepare, then we can remain healthy, right? Yes. If you prepare early, okay, so you can remain healthy for the rest of your life. All right, so what is the missing pieces? The missing pieces is actually the energy strategy. All right, energy strategy. So this missing layer in modern wellness is called the energy strategy. And once you understand your personal energy blueprint, your health decision become clear. You stop guessing. You stop over correcting yourself and your body finally respond to you. Right? And of course, one more thing. Yeah, one more thing, is that your environment is also your silence medicine. What does it mean? Okay. Because even the best strategy, even if you have the best strategy, you will struggle if this layer is ignored. Yeah. So your environment is your silent medicine. Correct? This is the feng shui. Why? Because you spend about 1/3 of your life sleeping, another large portion working or resting at home. That means your body is constantly interacting with your space, right now, whether you aware it or not. So in feng shui, we can see very clearly that some homes help your body recover faster. Yeah, it can help regulate your emotion better. It can also help you sleep deeper. So other homes quietly drain energy every single day. Right? So this is why two people with a similar charts and lifestyle can have a very different health outcome. Right? because one is supported by their environment and the other is fighting it. Yeah. So poor bedroom positioning, draining direction, or constant environmental stress do not cause illness overnight, but they slow healing, weakening your immunity, and it further accelerate your burnout as well. Okay. Yeah. So how many of you always wake up tired even though you have enough sleep, right? Type a home here, let me know. Okay. Right. Irene is asking, how about those who constantly changes the environment like traveling, but the family member live under bad feng shui? Not all will have bad health or luck. So, okay. So if you travel a lot and you rarely stay at home, then you will always have a changed environment. So depends on the changed environment. If the changed environment is good, then it's all right. If the changed environment is not good, then usually your health will also suffer. Yeah. So if your family member is living under a bad feng shui, not all will no. If the feng shui, the environmental feng shui is bad, everyone will be affected. The only question is who will have the most of the bad impact and who has less. And the timing, yeah, the trigger point will be different. Person A will have a different trigger point than person B. Okay. So in a family, sometimes it's the mother who actually have the most problem. Sometimes the father, sometimes the children. It depends. But in general, if the feng shui is bad, it affects everyone. It's just the timing and timing is different. All right. Okay. Yes. Megan, always tired. Okay. By the way, when your energy and your environment are aligned, yeah, your body will feel safe to be healed. Okay. So for healing, in BaZi, you can understand that what is the best dietary you should have, what is the best exercise you should have, when is the timing for your danger time of your health, okay, and what's the best prevention strategy you can do. For feng shui, it is usually used for preventing the trigger point or accelerate your healing. Okay. Yeah, so that is the usefulness of feng shui. So BaZi is more like a diagnostic system. Right? BaZi is a diagnostic system. Feng shui is the medication. Yeah. So you diagnose with BaZi, then you use feng shui to heal or to cure this problem. Right. And of course, then the other element will be called Chimandunja. Chimandunja will tell you what is the best way of healing. What is go for a modern doctor, right? And you can also analyze which doctor is good, because why? If you really have serious issue, you don't only listen to one doctor advice. You go for second advice, third advice, yeah. And then you see which doctor. You can use Chiman to identify which doctor is the best for you. Right. So whether it's a modern doctor, you can also analyze using achievement. If traditional healing will be better for you. Okay. Yeah. So all these are analyzable using Chimandunja as well. Right. And when I created this program called the Wellness Game Plan, yeah, this is actually a very strategic system that fuse Chinese metaphysics with a modern lifestyle application. Why? Because it's designed to help you take control of your energy, your body, and your life as well. Okay. So if what I share to you today makes sense, please stay with me, and this is where everything will connect. Right. So what exactly is this wellness game plan. Right. So yeah, the wellness game plan is not a tips, it's not a collection of tips. It's not a motivational workshop. Okay. And it's definitely not a generic wellness advice as well. So it is a very strategic system that fuse Chinese metaphysics using BaZi, Feng Shui, and Qigong with your modern lifestyle application. So what this mean, right? What this means is simple. We don't just identify your energy patterns. We show you exactly how to live with it in today's world. So what you learn is you learn about the energy cycle, your physical vitality, your emotion regulations, and the environment you spend your life with, right? All this you will learn. So instead of constantly reacting to symptoms, stress, or burnout, you finally move into an intentional control, a control of your energy, your body, and your life, right? And once you understand this system, the difference between guessing and clarity become very obvious. Okay. Is it prior knowledge to Chinese metaphysics is necessary? No, it's not necessary. All right, but it will be good. At least you understand what is BaZi, what is Feng Shui, and what is Qimeng Dunjia. So, so, so you will not be feel confused, right? At least you must know what is BaZi, right? Not okay. Right. So, exactly what makes this system different? Huh? What makes it so different? Okay. This is, by the way, it's not just a generic advice. Everything is based on your BaZi, right? And Feng Shui and Qimeng blueprint. We look at when your energy shift, why it shift, and how to realign it instead of forcing your body to keep up. Yeah, we align the energy. So there are actually four energy level you need to align. We call it the heavens, earth, man, and the deity. But deity is just a name in Chinese name. We can call it universe if you want to. All right. So when you are able to align all these four area, to make it simple, what is this four area? The energy layer is where the universe layer is. All right. And then heaven layer will be the timing. Understanding the timing is very important. The earth layer will be the feng shui layer, where you understanding the feng shui of your property. And then the man layer is what's the action. Yeah. So action will basically about your lifestyle. What type of lifestyle will be better for you? And what type of lifestyle you should avoid, or bad habit you should remove from yourself if you want to have a very good health energy, right? Well, by the end of this 2-day experience, you walk away with a personalized energy roadmap. And this roadmap show you how to maintain your vitality, prevent burnout, and protect your health before any symptom appear. So you also learn how to transform your home into a restoration healing space. That means your bedroom, your kitchen, and the work area all are influencing your recovering speed. So when your environment support you, the healing will accelerate naturally. All right. You guys understand what I mean, right? And of course, we'll give you a daily energy system that support your focus, yeah, your emotional balance and deep sleep without relying on stimulants or suppression. What else? What else will you have? Well, for practitioner and caregiver, we also give you a practical toolkits to support others using energy-based solution safely. Yeah. And of course, the wellness game plan is a 2 days live stream experience. Yeah. And this cost, the value is about 2.97 US dollar. Right? And this is not a recorded theory, it's guided implementation. Right. So what will you be expecting? Of course, there will be bonuses as well. So when you enroll today, you also receive the energy recovery protocol. And I'll give you the second bonus, which is called the emotional detox code. So each of these value about 297. Yeah, 297. Okay. So would you like any more bonuses? Right. Right. Okay. This is called the super early bird bonus because you guys actually want a super early bird. I just launched this program uh, just about 2 weeks ago. So you guys are actually early bird right now. So for those of you guys who act early, I'm also going to include a chi alignment practice. Yeah. So this is a method I normally reserve for private client only. Why? Because this is the practice that I will guide you to align your chi. Okay. And what it means is how to align the chi is you have to learn how to align your soul, your your thoughts, your emotion, and your action together, all four. Okay. How to do it? There is some manifestation technique that I personally use, and it's very, very effective. Okay. So I'm going to teach you that manifestation technique so that you are able to control your soul, your thoughts, your emotion, and your action as well. Yeah. Yes, it is a recorded section, so you will receive a recording for this program as well. If you are not able to join on that day, you will have a recorded session to listen to. All right. Okay. And of course, with all these bonuses, the value for this program is about 1,588. Right. But today, your investment is only 497, which is of course a 79% saving for the early enrollment. Right. And when I launched this class like 2 weeks ago, I decided to put in an additional bonus. Yeah, additional bonus. Because during that my first launch, someone asked me about construction or getting pregnant. Yeah. So okay, then I decided, okay, maybe I throw in another bonus of how to use feng shui to enhance your pregnancy or your conception palace. Yeah. Okay. And then during the launch, someone also asked me, how do you select dates? How do you select dates to go for operation? Then I think about it. Okay, why not I throw in this bonus for you guys as well? Yeah. Why not throw in the bonus for you? So out of these three bonuses, I'll throw in an additional bonus, which includes, right? Which include how to use feng shui to enhance your conception and also how to use date selection to find operation date. Right. Again, if you, and this is the link, joeyap.com/wellness, or you can scan the QR code for registration. Yeah. Right. So I know some of you will have some questions as well. Right. Yeah. So some of you are busy. I know that. Yeah. I know you don't. I'm also very busy. Everyone is busy. So let me address something very honestly. When people say they don't have time or they are busy for their health, what that usually means that they are already running on a deplete energy. And this program doesn't take times. It returns times by stopping the burnout, the crashes, and the recovery setback. So that is exactly why we map out when to act and when to rest. inside the wellness program. Yeah. Okay. So some of you also will say, oh, I have tried many things already. So if you have tried many things and nothing stuck, that's not a failure. It's a missing strategy, you know. Yeah. Random solution don't work against precise pattern. And once the pattern is clear, every effort you drop is working for you. And that's why everything inside the wellness program is personalized. Yeah, is personalized. So of course you personalize it. I teach you how to see and then you personalize the game plan. So is this medical or spiritual? No, this is neither medical diagnosis or non-blind spirituality. This program is all about energy strategy. Yeah, energy strategy. So we don't replace doctor. We help your body respond better to everything else that you are already doing. All right. And some of you also will ask, will this work for my age and condition? So energy doesn't care about your age one. It cares about timing. So I've seen people in their 20s burn out and then people in the 60s recover very quickly once this alignment happen. Right. So some also were asking, can I do this later? Well, the last time I did this program was I think 3 or 4 years ago. And sometimes at that time I have one friends who miss it and she asked me when will I do it again? I do not know. Right. So I actually do not know when I will do this program again. Maybe 4 or 5 years later. I don't know. Yeah. So you want to do it later, you can, but the energy window don't stay open forever. Right. Okay. So when our recovery window close, healings takes longer time, it costs more, and you feel heavier. So acting early is actually always easier, right? Okay. Uh, Julia, I've enrolled during the first launch. Do we know when the bonus section will be held? Yes. Of course, these 2 months I'm very busy. So the first bonus section, which is the which I plan to I plan to provide the bonus that I promised in the first launching, which is the feng shui for conception and also date selection for surgery time in somewhere in February. Yeah, in February. So the early bird bonus chi alignment practice most probably will be somewhere in March. Okay, yeah, somewhere in March. Of course, the bonus one and bonus two will be later, probably in April or May or June. Yeah, okay. So we will come up with a time. Yeah. But no worries. There will be a recording. If you are not able to join live, then there will be a recording. But of course, please come join the live. Why? Because there's a Q&A. Yeah, there's a Q&A. So join live, you can ask me directly. For replay, then you are unable to ask me any questions. All right. Yeah. Okay, so if you are ready to stop guessing about your health and start working with your energy, yeah, please enroll at www.joyyap.com/wellness. Right. So secure a place before the early bird close lah. All right. Okay. Yeah. So yes, if you are enrolling right now, type at in. I am in. All right. For the bonuses, you plan 1 day for each. Yes, 1 day for each. All right. If you are ready to stop guessing about your health and start working on your energy, enroll now. Secure your place. Okay. Right. And of course, what about mental health? Yes. 4 years ago, when I did this program, it's all about physical health. Okay. And of course, during that time, some students will ask me, is it possible for me to include mental health as well? Yes. So this time, I'm including mental health. Okay. which I spent about the last 4 years researching on mental health, right? And of course, I personally practice this thing called the inner peace cultivation method, right? Inner peace cultivation method. So how many of you are interested in inner peace cultivation method? I will show you that. Yeah. So, okay, since someone asked, what exactly is inner peace cultivation? Right? Inner peace cultivation, what does inner peace mean? Inner peace means you will feel calm, peaceful, even though everything around you are in chaos. Okay? Whatever that is surrounding you are in chaos, but you will still feel calm. That is the true inner peace. Right? Inner peace is not you go to a certain place, go to the mountain area, go to the waterfall area, yeah, go to the beach area and you feel peaceful. No, that is not inner peace. That is superficial peace. That means you are using external environment to help you create peace. And that's not long-lasting peace. Inner peace is you cultivate the inner peace inside of you, right? And regardless what is happening around you, you will still feel peaceful. So nothing, no problem around you will actually cause your surge of emotion, sudden anger, sudden frustrations. Okay, no. You'll be able to control your thoughts, you're able to control your emotions, and you are able to control your action. Yeah, okay. So I have practiced that, the inner peace cultivation, again for the last 3 to 4 years, and it works very, very well for me, right? And I think I'm ready to actually teach that to all of you. Okay. All right, there's nothing called social health and relational stress, how to handle and how to use this health. Great. Again, Irene, if you practice the inner peace cultivation, okay, you don't have problem with social health. You don't have problem with relational stress, right? All right. Again, thanks for spending time with me today. And remember, your health is not about luck. It's about alignment, right? And join me in the wellness program and let's begin the alignment for your health. Okay. Again, thank you very much. I shall see you guys for the first bonus program in February. Okay. Thank you very much.